With the news sharing about how coronavirus affects people's lives and paints a negative view and gives us ways to stay safe, which is definitely much needed, I wanted to take the time in this video to share how it affects self-published authors, because that's the people who I help on this channel. And I do feel like if you know people who are affected based on what their occupation or industry is, you may want to produce a video like this for them so they know what to do and different things they should pay attention to. So the big thing to know about this virus is that it is really making people spend a lot less money. So the thing that's winning out right now is free content. If you can create free content more than you have ever before, this is going to be a great time to build your platform. It's not going to be a great time to sell the high-end thing. It's not going to be a great time to create a lot more products, because people are a lot more conscious of their money and they're looking for that free content to help them advance in the areas they're looking to advance in as everything's going on. And by focusing on free content, you are doing something that's going to be a lot different from other people out there. A lot of people are getting defensive. They're panicking. They're not doing as much for their businesses because they think this is not going to be the time where I'm going to be getting new customers, new clients. Stuff like this just isn't going to be as easy to do in the regular times before all this happened. So there are a few different ways you could approach this from a self-publishing standpoint. The first thing is to make some of your books free. If you're on KDP, use that 5-day feature that makes your books free for a little bit. You could do this in series because people are not going to be spending as much money, but they are going to be looking for more free stuff. That's why YouTube, that's why blogging, that's why podcasting are going to be really big, especially at this time. But if you make your books free, you're definitely going to get a lot of additional traction from your work. Another thing you may want to do is discount your books for the time being. And this is something people are already doing with their training courses, with their coaching, and seeing a lot of success. Udemy does this, and I've actually been seeing more sales on Udemy just because of the way they discount courses and the way that I've been discounting courses in my course announcements as well. So discounting your books can be a really useful way to help you get more sales, because are people going to spend $10 to $20 on a paperback? It's not going to happen as much, especially with Amazon really cutting down on what they're going to ship out, what they're not going to ship out, because right now Amazon is just focused on essentials. And while this isn't going to affect Kindle books or audiobooks, because those are delivered digitally, it can affect paperbacks. And if you really think about it right now, what are people really going on Amazon to buy? Like, do they have books in mind, or are they thinking about something else instead? Now, it is still definitely possible to make book sales during this time, and I still get book sales each day, but you have to think about which books you want to prioritize on selling and which books maybe you get a little defensive on. You make free for a few days, or you do a price discount for books that you are not going to do a price discount for, and you are still selling copies. This is actually a really great time to jump onto Amazon ads, because as I mentioned earlier, some people are getting on the defensive. They're retreating, they're pulling back, which means all of those impressions, all of those clicks are just going to cost less on Amazon, since there are fewer advertisers to compete with. And it's not just a bunch of authors pulling out because they think their ads won't work. I mean, you have to think about this. Some of these authors, like, this is their side hustle and they need the income now. So that's why they're pulling out of the Amazon ads. I mean, it's just unfortunate the way that people are pulling out of Amazon ads and, you know, the context behind it, because some people, they just need that money. But if you are in a position where you have some money to spend, Amazon ads is a really great place to put that money right now. Now, if you want to not have your audience pay for your books, like you're focused more on just giving them free stuff, providing value, building your author platform, and you're a little conscious of the fact that, you know, you want people to spend money on your products right now, just given times, there are two things you could do that could really accelerate your author brand. Remember, the key, accelerate your author brand. That is like the slogan for like this whole time that we're in. It's like, this is the chance to build your brand. It's not sell like high-end stuff. This is the time to build out your brand. So 2 things. 1, create a lot more free content. I've already covered that, but you can create the free content that you're going to put in your book later. So rather than crank out a whole bunch of books, use that time to crank out all the free content, and you can repurpose that into your books later. So by doing that, you're giving your audience the content that they need. You're able to get more traction for your content because there are just more people who are going to their content consumption habits versus, for instance, Queen's Marathon for me tomorrow was postponed. So that is going to be something I'm not doing now. So instead of doing something like that, I'm just going to be creating content. Other people may be consuming content during that time frame. So creating more free content, you could put it into your book later, but I would just focus more on that. And the second thing you could do, if you have a book out there and it needs reviews, this is the time to give people free copies of your book, ask for reviews. In fact, I'm going to do that for some of my books. If you shoot me an email, I will give you a free digital copy. All I ask for is an honest review in return. But this is a really great time to build up on reviews because you're giving people your content for free. You're asking people to leave an honest review in exchange, and you can really build up your review numbers for when everything goes back to normal. So I thought I'd just film this quick video about, everything that's going on and what you need to be doing as a self-published author, because you don't want to get panicked. You don't want to stand still. I mean, this is a time where if you are doubling down on building your author platform, it's going to be a lot less in money to spend on ads. There's going to be a lot more attention on free content. I mean, this is a great time to keep serving your audience on that higher level, and you're going to attract a lot more people from it. You're going to build a lot more of a fan base with your existing audience. And there is a difference between knowing what to do when something like this strikes and just blatantly taking advantage and just doing things you shouldn't be doing. But as an author, you have the ability to impact people through your work. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people do care about at the end, like, impacting people. You do want to make the income. And I feel like that's all of us, but you do want to make sure you're impacting people, especially if you have been writing a book or you've been producing a ton of content. So the impact really shifts from a ton of products that people pay for to that free content. Think about what the buying patterns are now. People are more focused on getting those essentials than they are on focused on reading another book. You can still, have no problem Kindle audio book, but paperback, I mean, that's going to get delayed and how long it takes for someone to receive it. And the choice between a $2.99 ebook or a $15 paperback, I mean, people are going to be more money conscious than ever. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe for more self-publishing videos like this one. I'll see you guys next time.